drive just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Coming out with it, it's Jackson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly to the tight end. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Working that left side now. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep plays.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Ball in the air, intercepted! Trying to take it back. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Trojans! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And he tacks on the extra point. The Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. The ball bounces through the end. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Judkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way...
He's going for a big play downfield. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Texas State. And once he got loose, it was all over. You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage moving down the field to score in that opening series.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. They're setting up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Here's the handoff. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
They're going back to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He makes the connection. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They'll run it from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Brown has it. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. To the air, it's Lagway. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Trojans! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He'll bring it out. It's McMillan. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. DB's right up on the receivers. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win, but you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Bobcats will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. Two very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way. So for this offense right here, and this drive, to start off the second half, David, they need to put something together and really put pressure.
And the pass hits, picked off. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they've got it in the red zone at the 16. Offense getting set for first down. The run to the right. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Slips away. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And as quarterbacks, you've got to be aware of secondary pressure. You've got to know when these free safeties, they start creeping towards the line of scrimmage, that they might get involved. You've got to have an answer for it. The QB didn't have one that time.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State. They take the lead with the 6.
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll return it. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw, it's Reed. Trying to get to him. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, we came into this game knowing that this guy can break tackles. He is a mobile quarterback. It's going to be tough for this defense to get him on the ground. I love the athleticism. I love his ability to extend the play. You just got to be able to finish it with the completion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. One final play before the end of the quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bobcats looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He'll pull it down and run.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, and he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Southern Cal! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's McMillan. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but
and he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
To the air, it's Reed. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
All knotted up. Is free football in the forecast, or can this offense win it here? To the air, it's Lagway. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Looking to throw for it. It's complete to the right. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, baby.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Line getting set on second down. Give to Brown. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. From right in the center of the field, straight on to win the game. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds. Here he comes from inside his own 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
so dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Neighbors. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. A first down for the offense. Dropping back, it's Jordan. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
That is not how you drew it up offensively. You want to come out, get some things established, get your quarterback in a rhythm, get the positive mojo going. The opposite just happened. Just made a big mistake. Now you just created so much momentum for the other team. Defense, please come and bail me out.
On second and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Snags it into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. A fair catch called for and made. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Got his man quickly. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got it, and they convert. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. Lining up to add another.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The returner will field it and bring it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Powers through the defender. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the legendary John McCabe would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Scanning the field, it's Lagway. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Coming after him. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fires to the big fella. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Love the route there by the tight end and man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
To the air, it's Lagway. Feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game? That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Going for it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. UTEP has the ball in the offense, ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really sent it downfield. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Gets it out quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. And the Trojans are threatening in the red zone. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively...
Got a lot of running room. The 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UTEP.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. Stopped after making the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And it's a pick in the end zone. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Miners!
That is the easiest pick you will ever have in your life. You talk about a pick six. Oh, he returned it, made people miss. Nope. Nice play in the end zone to catch the football, get the pick, put 6 points on the board for this defense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off play action on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Miners will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Finds the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. From the gun, the ground game. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And the Trojans come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And it's incomplete, the long pass. Couldn't hook up.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, UTEP. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play... And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. We've We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Fires to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And now this is the time of the game where the clock's fighting against you, and you can only take so many shots like that and get no gain, where we got to get out of bounds or we got to waste timeouts. So we got to be smart offensively in what we do here.
And he's got it inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, they haven't called his number too much tonight, but that time coming up with a huge play down the field for this offense.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. The DBs will back off a bit. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out fast. At the 45 on its way. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's got an open man. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to throw, it's Jordan. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. At the 20. Touchdown USC! How about that D coming up with a play like that? What about the speed for that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.